Hey everyone! Before we open today's file, please make sure to follow us on Instagram at d.s.radio, where you can find all the images that go along with today's case. You can drop us an email at contact.dsradio@gmail.com. You can find all of our socials in the Linktree bio on our Instagram profile, including links to merch. If you're feeling especially generous, you can join our Patreon at patreon.com/dystopian simulation radio, where you can get access to our exclusive Instagram page and make suggestions for upcoming episode topics that you would like us to cover. Speaking of Patreon, thanks to our Patreons, Riff Cult, Cropley Crab, Cash Broadus, Raspberry Jr., Jason R. Nelson, Creepy Paper, Jamie Sook, Michael Laughlin, Lindsay Keller, Mike Wright, Greer Weaver, Kelsey Carruthers, Linz Gibbon, Drake Holvig, Only Child, Michael M, Wesley Akers, Riaz K, Emily Medeiros, Pip, Heather Wynn, Graves, Devon Sweatshirt, The Ordained Sinister Minister, and Philip Hoffman. Hi everyone, and welcome to Dystopian Simulation Radio. I'm your host Linz.
And I'm your other host, Chris.
And we also have Michael, aka Septembryo.
What's up? Merry Christmas, guys.
Merry Christmas! Woo! So, because it's Christmas, we decided, well, actually, Michael came up with this idea that he was going to host a quiz, a paranormal themed quiz, and that me and Chris are going to go head to head, battling for unknown prize. We didn't choose one yet.
Even so I don't know the prize.
Nobody knows.
The supremacy of Christmas.
I think that's a good prize.
Yeah. All right, cool. And just me beating Chris's ass, which is going to be lovely. He had some fighting words for me before we started the recording. So screw you, Chris. You're going down.
I mean, I can't really repeat what I said to you before the podcast.
Because you can't remember.
Don't mock my Alzheimer's.
You don't remember stuff.
Oh.
The winner of this quiz game show will win the memory of winning it, hopefully.
Yeah, whoever wins it probably won't remember, but one of us will get the glory. So, Chris, do you want to say anything before we dive into the quiz here?
Well, yes, we are releasing this on Christmas Day, so I very much hope that you are listening to this right before you open up all of your presents. Obviously, this is your major priority, but Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, a glorious Kwanzaa, and any other type of situation that you celebrate today. Hope you enjoy this lovely quiz. Associated images will be on our Instagram, which you can find
at d.s.radio. And our Patreon, which is patreon.com/dystopian simulation radio. All right, so Michael, since you designed this quiz, maybe you can let us know, tell us the rules, tell us what it's about. Can we punch below the belt? Can I bite like Chris's ears? What's the rules? What's going on?
You can abuse each other however you want. All I care about is, did you get the question right or not? So how it's going to work is I'm going to ask them a series of questions that are all paranormal based, but also celebrity based. And you guys both will get a chance to answer. So there's no buzzers. I was debating making you guys say beep or something, but it's just too complicated. So you're both going to get a chance to guess at the answer, and you'll be awarded 1 point for each right answer. And you guys are going to do me up all fancy when I announce this. We're going to have like game show effects or anything.
Oh, hell yeah.
All right, sweet. Well, then feel free to put an effect on my voice when I announce the quiz. Welcome to Paranormal Pop Quiz Celebrity Edition. Are you guys ready?
Hell yeah.
Yes.
Okay. All right. First question. And it's multiple choice, so don't stress too much if you didn't study. Chris, did you study for this?
Yeah.
Did you study for real?
Yeah, of course.
Ah!
Yeah, man, I've been reading like Hello Magazine, Paranormal Hello Magazine, which is also called Hello, but it's got a question mark at the end. Hello?
That's amazing. Well, Linz, you have to beat him.
I know.
Whoa.
Yes,
All right.
you're rooting for me. Yes.
Whoa, hold on. Bias.
Me and Michael are tighter than you and Michael. So he's rooting for me. He's just basically said that I'm his favorite. Just in that sentence.
It's true.
Oh my God. Michael.
But Chris, if you win this, you'll be my new favorite. And that's what we're really playing
Screw
for,
you.
guys.
Yes. You fickle Canadian.
All right, you guys ready for the first question?
Yeah.
It's a doozy. All right.
Okay.
The question is, which celebrity believes in leprechauns? Is it A, Conan O'Brien, B, Megan Fox, C, Bono, or D, Katy Perry?
Katy Perry. Oh shit. Can we beep? Because if I say Katy Perry, Chris will just be like, it's Katy Perry.
Well, he can think you're wrong too, right? So, Chris, what do you think the answer is?
Okay, well now Linz has put her cards on the table. I can
That's how it goes.
Yeah, I can now analyze this. So give me who's the third answer again?
The third answer is Bono.
Oh, sorry.
I got
the second one.
Megan Fox.
Megan Fox. Right. So I don't think it's Bono because he would have like actual experience with leprechauns.
He doesn't just believe, he knows.
Yeah. The first one was?
The first one was Conan O'Brien.
Yeah, I don't think it's Conan O'Brien. I think he used to write for The Simpsons, and I'm pretty sure there's a few leprechaun-based jokes in there. So if he truly believed, I don't think he would mock such a subject. I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go Megan Fox.
Ding, ding, ding. Chris gets the first point.
Yeah.
Are you kidding?
I don't know. Katy Perry probably seemed like the less obvious answer. Which
I don't know about that.
She probably used to believe in leprechauns, and then she like
she grew up.
Yeah, like she married what's his name? What was that
Russell
dude?
Brand.
Yeah, and he was probably all like, "Oh no, she's not. They're not real."
Yeah, that's true.
This was the challenge for me in writing these questions, is that I knew what the correct answers were, but when I was writing the incorrect answers, it did occur to me that I don't know that Katy Perry doesn't believe in leprechauns.
Exactly. Like, I'm sorry, but I bet she believes in them. Like, if you asked her, she would say yes. She just didn't put it out there. So I think I should get like half a point.
Look at her fighting for my favoritism still. Oh, that's nice.
Don't leave me for Chris.
So Megan Fox believes in leprechauns, aliens, Bigfoot, the Loch Ness Monster, basically everything. She's also familiar with speaking in tongues. She's quoted as saying, "The energy is so intense in the room. I have seen magical, crazy things happen, and I've seen people be healed."
Are you kidding me? Damn.
She also goes on to say, "I am childlike in my spirit, and I want to believe in fairy tales. The Loch Ness Monster, there's something to it. These are my celebrities." Wow. Inspiring.
Wait, she said fairy tales. So she doesn't believe in them. She wants to believe.
What a poser.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with wanting to believe. I tell you one thing I do know about Bono, though.
Oh, what's that?
Well, he doesn't believe in leprechauns, but I know he's a really keen paranormal investigator.
Is he now?
Yeah.
Is this a dad joke?
No. He goes out to like all the Irish castles with his like, all of his equipment and shouts out, "Hello, hello."
I knew it. He shouts hello, hello in David Bowie's voice.
All right, you guys ready for the
But
second question?
you know, sorry, just to interject there. I mean, the problem is he goes out and does that, but he still hasn't found what he's looking for.
Oh. All right. Second question. You can take the lead on this one, Linz. I know you got it. All right. Lucy Liu claims to have had sex with A, an alien, B, a ghost, C, Bigfoot, or D, Gary Busey.
Who's this?
Who's Gary Busey?
No, the Lucy Liu.
Oh, she was in Ally McBeal and Charlie's Angels, Asian actress.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What was it? Alien, Bigfoot, or
Ghost. Okay, so it's A, alien, B, a ghost, C, Bigfoot, or D, Gary Busey.
I'm torn between ghost and alien. I'm just gonna say alien.
Okay.
Your answer's alien, Chris.
I'm gonna go ghost.
You're gonna go ghost.
Yeah.
Ding, ding, ding. Chris
God
gets
damn
2
it.
points.
Oh yeah.
See, I thought it was interesting too, because it's like you hear about all these guys that, would say they would die to have sex with Lucy Liu, and it turns out that might be a requirement.
Everyone's got the dad jokes.
Would you like to hear some more information about the details of this encounter? It's pretty steamy, I must say.
Okay.
In 1999, she told US Weekly magazine that she was trying to take a nap on her futon when, quote, some sort of spirit came down from God knows where and made love to me. It was sheer bliss. I felt everything, and then he floated away. Wow. He ghosted her.
That's
I think it was a freak in the sheets,
For God's sakes. Why did I get on this Zoom call with 2 dads? Like, what am I doing to myself?
I'm secretly giving myself points for every pun that I say.
Yeah.
So I'm winning too.
It's so interesting though. Like, I'm sure she's not the only celebrity that's claimed to do that. I'm sure I've heard someone else has done it. Because it's like a whole like subgenre, isn't it? Like, sexual encounters with ghosts.
Yeah, and
there
aliens
are
and
more.
everything.
And I have other questions related to that. So
Okay.
Chris has been studying, I can tell.
You've been reading on the Metro, Chris. I know it. God damn it. Why didn't I read on the Metro?
You know I can't read.
Okay, next question. Linz, you got this. Come on. Now, many celebrities have been and are currently in cults. Well, Michelle Pfeiffer was in a cult that had some very specific beliefs, one of which that was instead of food, you only needed this to survive. Was it A, sunlight and air, B, a special elixir that's essentially just kombucha, C, sex with the cult leader, D, money, lots and lots of money, or E, all you need is love. Da, 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 da.
It could be any of those. I mean, it's a cult. Like, aren't they all kind of just things that happen in a cult anyway? I'm torn between the elixir and obviously the sunlight thing. God damn it. The most obvious would be like sunlight, but this elixir, I don't know if you just made that up and you're throwing me off.
Chris, would you like to answer first? Maybe give her a chance to read off of your answer.
I'm going to go kombucha, the elixir.
Okay.
I'm just going to go with the sunlight thing.
Ding, ding, ding. Lynn's got the point this time. It's sunlight and
yes.
air. For anyone who wants to know what this cult is called, they're known as breatharian. Sorry, this is a weird word. Breatharianism.
Breatharianism.
Yeah, they believe that humans in their highest form should only need sunlight to survive. A pretty strict celebrity diet.
But hold on. She must have been a member of this cult for an incredibly short time prior to death.
Yes.
Either that or she's a very sexy plant.
Ooh.
She did say that the diet was unrealistic and that she did back out because it was hard to follow. So now she's just a strict vegan.
No shit.
I love the way she had to enter the cults to discover that. She's like, no, it's a bit too difficult. It's like, yeah, it's kind of difficult on paper.
I tried the sunlight thing, but I had to augment it with cheeseburgers.
I only eat
Feeding
sunlight
herself after midnight.
and the occasional Big Mac. That's it.
Well, maybe that's the idea. It's like, you only need sunlight to survive, but there's no sunlight at night, so go crazy, eat whatever you want.
Yeah.
This one's a little bit more serious and really cool. You guys remember the Phoenix Lights incident that happened in the 90s?
Yeah.
Chris, do you want to tell us a little bit about that since you teacher's pet?
To be honest, I don't know a huge amount about it. I knew that
you lied to look cool.
There was lights. There was lights in the sky, and they were in Phoenix.
That's it. You sound like me bullshitting my way through class. Oh yeah, the Phoenix Lights. It was in Phoenix. There was lights. Yeah.
Hey, teacher. Am I wrong?
It was an incident and everything.
So essentially, things happened.
Things did happen. So basically there's these unexplained lights in the sky. There's thousands of witnesses. There's tons of footage of it. But lending even more credibility to the incident was that it was reported in by a pilot. And pilots are trained observers. Well, it turns out that the pilot that reported those lights is actually like super famous, you guys. And you're going to tell me who it is. Was it A, Tom Cruise, B, Kurt Russell, C, John Travolta, or D, Harrison Ford? Now, before you answer, I want to point out that I made this as difficult as possible because I made sure that every one of these celebrities are in fact pilots, one of which might be the best damn pilot in the galaxy, and two of which are Scientologists, which may or may not factor into this, but it's aliens. So,
shit. It's not Harrison Ford because he prefers the bikes. Oh, but this was the 90s.
A, Tom Cruise, B, Kurt Russell, C, John Travolta, and D, Harrison Ford.
I'm going to say John Travolta because I want it to be John Travolta.
Like, oh my God, there's lights in the sky, Sandy.
Yeah, exactly.
Chris, do you have an answer?
So I must confess, I do actually know the answer to this one.
Because you studied. What is it? What is it?
This is Kurt Russell.
Ding, ding, ding. Chris gets another point. It's Kurt Russell.
Well, of course it wasn't John Travolta. I just really wanted it to be.
I'm going to add John Travolta as an answer to every question and just make you answer every time.
He's got to believe in something weird. It's John Travolta.
So by chance, I was listening to another podcast earlier in the week that mentioned...
Illegal. Sorry, go ahead.
No, it was just a podcast that we shall not name because they do a similar thing to us, except they're much more famous than we are.
Who is it? Just tell us.
Fucking stuff they don't want you to know.
I knew it. I was going to say, is it stuff they want you to know?
Stuff anyway. Chris doesn't want you to know.
Podcasts Chris doesn't want you to know about.
No, I mean, like, totally listen to them, but like, if they've done any of the episodes that we've also done them on, like, I don't know, just like, don't listen to those and listen to ours.
Listen to both of them.
Like, what you should do is, like, if you go on Stuff They Don't Want You to Know's feed and you see a really interesting episode, check to see if we've done an episode on it first. If we haven't, listen to all of our back catalogue twice and then listen to that one.
This is genius. I'm going to start promoting my music this way. People are going to be like, who inspires you? I'm like, yeah, 21 Pilots, but don't listen to them because I'm making newer music. It's better.
4 times over.
I got 4 pilots and they're all celebrities and one of them saw UFOs. All right. Next question. Dan Aykroyd, who is pretty famous for busting ghosts, had his own encounter with one in his bed, of all places. He then interacted with it in a rather surprising way. Did he A, talk to it, B, cuddle with it, C, punch it in the face, or D, receive blowies from it? You guys know what blowies are in the UK, right?
Yeah.
But,
it's a blowjob.
Thanks for that, Michael.
You're welcome.
I was about to say, a ghost ends up in a celebrity's bed. There's only one thing they usually do with it, but I'm gonna say punch it in the face, just because I like this idea. No, do I want to get it right, or do I just? I'm going with.
I will put it out there that there's a chance that if you get so many questions wrong, you might win me over that way. I'm always rooting for the underdog.
The last one. He's got to have had a sexual encounter with it in some way.
No, you have to say blowies to get the point.
I refuse. Punch it in the face.
Chris, do you have an educated guess?
Well, yeah, I do. I've got a specific reason for it. So I'm going to say D, he got a blowy because busting makes him feel good.
Fuck, that was good, Chris. I want you to win now.
Even a blind squirrel finds a nut every so often. Or is it a blind squirrel nuts every so? I don't know.
I think they do a bit of both.
Well, I love that answer because there was that scene in Ghostbusters where, Ray, who was played by Dan Aykroyd, got blown by a ghost. However, both of you were wrong this time.
Oh, no.
The answer is B, he cuddled with it. Now, Dan Aykroyd said he was lying in bed one night and he felt a strange presence enter his bed from behind. So instead of getting scared, he decided that he was going to roll over and cuddle into it. And that seemed to ease the tension. So, good on you, Dan Aykroyd.Maybe blowies next time, though.
I think more happened than that. That sounds like an excuse.
Lying.
No. We just cuddled.
We just spooned. Okay.
He did mention it was a male ghost, so he just cuddled with a male ghost. So maybe that was
sweet,
it.
But I don't believe him.
So Dan, are you saying that this substance all over your bed is ectoplasm?
Did he get slimed?
Oh, he slimed me.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Okay, Chris, I made this question for you, but now I feel like you have an unfair advantage, so I regret it immediately. But
okay,
I'm still going to ask it because I think it's a great question.
Okay.
Which pro wrestler thinks he was abducted by aliens and had an encounter with the ghost while hunting for werewolves? Was it A?
Like all the creatures are in this one.
All of them. Was it A, Jesse Ventura? Was it B, Jake the Snake? Was it C, Chris Jericho? Or D, Hulk Hogan?
Right.
It's got to be Hulk Hogan.
Linz, do you want to have your stab at this? Because I want to kind of
Hulk Hogan. I'm just going to go with Hulk Hogan.
Okay. So hold on. So Jesse Ventura, who's the second one? Sorry,
Jake the Snake.
Jake the Snake. So I'm going to process of eliminate this one. I think Jake the Snake is, for the majority of his life, not being allowed to own guns. I think that the only thing he was hunting for was more drugs. Chris Jericho, I think, just believes more in far right conspiracy theories. So I'm gonna get.
Does he actually?
Well, his wife was at the riots.
You're kidding.
The January.
Oh, the insurrection.
Yeah. So
is she Canadian?
Well, no, because you forget that Jericho's half American. He was born in New York.
Okay, I just thought he was like a hardcore, full Canadian blooded man.
I think he identifies more as a Canadian, but he's still got American citizenship as well. Hulk Hogan is a habitual liar.
Yeah, so
very much
something he would make up.
It doesn't even sound like you're trying to guess. You're just slandering people now. He's a habitual liar.
I'm going to shit on this list of people.
Jake the Snake can't even own a gun.
He could have took his own guns out there to hunt werewolves,
I'm just slandering my heroes. So hold on. Believes in aliens, werewolves, and had a sexual experience with a ghost.
You're getting questions mixed together. It does kind of blur after a while. Okay. So it's which pro wrestler thinks he was abducted by aliens and had an encounter with a ghost while hunting for werewolves?
Right. I'm going to eliminate Hulk Hogan. I don't think it's him. I'm going to say Jesse Ventura for the sheer reason that he is a huge conspiracy nut.
Oh, that's the Denver airport guy.
Yeah, he had his own
Shit.
conspiracy
I didn't know
TV
that was
show.
him. God
And
damn it.
I've to be fair, I've never heard him say that he's abducted by aliens though. So it's a bit of a half-educated stab in the dark, but I'm going to go Jesse Ventura.
It's a very good guess. And I like how you eliminate Hulk Hogan just because Linz guessed it, which is sort of cruel. Well, Linz said Hulk Hogan, so definitely not that one. But you're both wrong this time. It was actually Chris Jericho.
Really?
Yeah,
I've never heard that.
In an interview with Howie Mandel, he said he was driving home on a country road, and it should have taken him about an hour to get home. And instead of getting home at 2 a.m., he got home at 5 p.m. He says, I still don't know what happened. I don't know. I wasn't drinking. I wasn't doing drugs or anything. There's just a big chunk of time missing. I should probably go to a hypnotist and see what happened. If there was any abduction, I had time displacement. So that's him. He's suggesting he was abducted by aliens. But also during filming for Chris Jericho Hunting Monsters for the Travel Channel, he was visiting
that show, obviously.
Yeah. He was visiting Louisiana in hopes to find a werewolf, but when they were there, something else happened. They visit a mass grave in the middle of a swamp, and he had taken out his machete as he was cutting through it, and he put the machete in the ground. And he says that a voodoo priest had informed that he's disturbed the spirits there, and now something is attached to him. And one of the guys had like a scanner, and it was going on, quote, full DEFCON green on his arm. Then he started to feel queasy, like he had been on a roller coaster. Quote, this is fucking not good. I have to get out of here. This is really bad. I pulled the machete out of the ground and it all went away.
It's like an anime.
So that's his story.
I mean, sure, why not? Why the fuck not?
There's a lot in that short story that you told us. There's a lot to unpack there.
There's a lot to unpack.
I don't think he needs to go to a hypnotherapist or whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever he said. I think he needs to go to a doctor. Like there's a chunk of time missing from that man's day.
Well, no, if he
has no idea what happened.
If he goes to a hypnotherapist, it might help him to like bridge the gap and break some walls down.
I knew it. I was thinking, like, how can I get this into a sentence? And I was like, I don't know. But here Chris is. That's his skill.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I'm here all week.
He's got you on the ropes, Linz. All right. Okay. I regret to inform the audience that we took a little break, and unfortunately, there was an attempt at cheating.
You monster.
Linz had contacted me in a private message and offered a ghost cuddle with me for all the answers.
And what did you say?
I said I'm going to hold out for ghost blowies from Chris.
To which I responded, you have a sickness of the mind. And then I just refused to speak to him again. So just so you know, Chris, I know that you guys have made a deal under the table, so to speak. So if Chris wins, everyone, you know why. He had a better offer than I did.
It doesn't have to be under the table. It could be on a bed.
Oh my God. Just two dads rolling in the hay.
All right. You guys ready for the next question?
Hell yeah.
I'm ready for anything at this point.
Okay. We're going from one monster hunting question to another. This one involves Charlie Sheen. Charlie Sheen once tried to catch A, Bigfoot with a keg of beer, B, Nessie with a leg of lamb, C, aliens with LSD, or D, Mothman with a bug zapper.
It's Charlie Sheen. It could be any of those.
They're probably all true.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, Chris, you got any answers?
I mean, aliens with LSD sounds pretty likely because it's Charlie fucking Sheen. But what was the first one?
The first one was Bigfoot with a keg of beer.
Yeah.
And the second one was Nessie with a leg of lamb.
Mhm.
And then the last one was Mothman with a bug zapper.
Yeah. See I'm going to go aliens with LSD.
I'm gonna go Bigfoot with a keg of beer.
Oh, Linz, I was rooting for you on this one because it is your friend Nessie.
No way.
Yep.
That's the one I definitely thought it wasn't.
Yeah.
Well, he tried to use a leg of lamb. He didn't try to drain the lock though, so there's that.
Shut up.
Everybody knows that's the only way to do it.
Drain the lock.
Drain the lock.
Such
So,
dicks.
Apparently, Charlie Sheen arranged the whole thing, and he was trying to recreate a scene from Jaws. He got like a wooden rowboat. And there's no official word on how successful this trip was, but you know it must have went well because in an interview with Jay Leno, he was quoted as saying, "Well, first of all, I was in the right country. That's where Loch Ness lives, in Lake Nessie."
You see, it's not just me that gets confused about Loch Ness.
It's very confusing.
We all get a bit confused about it sometimes. And honestly, you won't believe how many like DMs I get just saying drain the lock. Like
You're about to get a whole lot more.
No.
Oh, it's
stop.
amazing. Amazing. All right. Which billionaire has seen a ghost? Was it A, Elon Musk, B, Jeff Bezos, C, Mark Zuckerberg, D, all of the above, or E, none of the above?
Ooh.
I think Bezos for me.
Chris?
I think he's the most likely out of them to it, but I'm going to say all of them. All of them have.
Okay, you guys ready? The
Mhm.
answer is E, none of the above.
Oh,
I put that in
damn
there
it.
just to throw you off. But I'm willing to bet that at least one of them gets visited by 3 ghosts before Christmas. So actually, when I was researching this, because again, I had to make sure that none of them did get contacted by ghosts. I did discover that Elon Musk, I guess, did experience some minor things in a mansion that he used to live in. And it was just like little things like doors opening, knickknacks getting moved, things like that. But he went on to explain that he doesn't believe in ghosts, but, quote, that doesn't mean you still can't get creeped out at night, you know, because it could have been poor people or something.
I actually think there could be a really amazing, like, Christmas Carol done with Elon Musk this year. I think he
Yeah.
gets
He's so good.
visited by 3 Twitter employees.
I'm the ghost of Twitter past when it was good.
Yeah.
And they've all been locked out of their office.
The ghosts of payroll past.
All right, this next question is my favorite because it's
Ooh.
really confusing. Are you guys ready?
No.
No.
I'm already confused.
Take a
And you
breath.
didn't say anything.
Okay. The question
D.
is,
Hulk Hogan.
did Will D. Hulk
Chris
Hogan.
Jericho. Elon Musk's dad.
Elon Musk's dad. Okay. The question is, did William Shatner have a close encounter with a UFO? A, no, he didn't. B, yes, he did. C, no, he didn't, but he lied saying he did. Or D, yes, he did, but he lied saying he didn't.
C. C.
Oh,
Chris?
I'm confused. So hold on. D was he did have one, but he lied saying he didn't.
So C, Linz's answer was no, he didn't, but he lied saying he did. And D is yes, he did, but he lied saying he didn't.
I'm going to go with D on this one.
All right. There's not a simple answer to this. I'm going to tell you the story, and then we can collectively decide what the right answer is. During an interview with William Shatner, He was asked, is it true that you reported seeing a UFO in the desert in 1969? Now, this interview took place in like 71-ish. I probably should have wrote it down. He says, that's true. I lied. Now, before we go and say that this is definitely right, let me tell you the rest of the story. The story goes, him and 4 friends are going on a motorcycle trip in the desert, and they all stop to drink some water. His friends go ahead kind of without him, and then his bike doesn't start. And he used up all his supply of water, and eventually he collapses in the extreme heat. So at the moment of coming to, he wakes up and he sees a shiny, sleek craft passing over him. And he had an intuition that he should walk in a certain direction. And this led him to a gas station and, of course, safety. And he believes that he received a telepathic message from the UFO that saved his life. Now, when in the 1971 interview where he's saying that he lied about it, he explained that everything about the story is true, but he added the UFO angle when he was working on a show called One Step Beyond, and the producer asked him if anything ghostly ever happened to him. He says, in all those years, I've sort of gone with it, and then I finally said, no, I really made it up, and I can't get rid of it. So the official answer is, no, he didn't, but he lied saying he did. So, Linz, you get the point.
Yes.
But I do want to point out, the possibility that it's very likely that he did have it and he didn't like the attention, because this is the same guy that like told Trekkies to get a life, you know?
Yeah.
So I think you could argue, Chris, that you are correct too. However, since you have so many points, this one goes to Lynn.
Yes, pity points.
I think I would agree that we should take pity on Linz. But apart from that, I also think I agree. The answer is C, I think. But I think the thing that I'm really the most confused about is why you didn't do that story in a William Shatner voice.
Yeah, I was waiting for it too. I was like, come on.
Maybe I can re-record it for you.
I was biking with 3 friends through the...
I suddenly came to and looked up.
There was a...
Telepathically.
I got a message to go to the gas station. They had
a beautiful green woman came and gave me blowies. All right. So actually, it turns out we have one more question before we get to the lightning round.
Ooh.
So, okay. Linz, you could make a comeback. Are you ready?
I can't make a comeback, surely. Like, I don't know how many more points Chris has, but I felt defeat and sadness at least several times.
Have you been keeping track of your points? I think Linz has 2.
I haven't, but each failure is like an arrow, and I'm running out of room for arrows.
You have the easiest number of points to keep track of, Linz. Come on.
Well, yeah.
You can't keep track of them. You can't earn them. All right,
I'm trying.
Okay, the final question is, apparently Lady Gaga believed the ghost was following her around. So for a period of time, at every hotel she stayed at, she had the electromagnetic field around it tested. Of course, this wasn't done for free. So the question is, how much do you think she paid in total to have these tests done? Was it A, $5,000, B, $15,000, C, $25,000, or D, $50,000?
Was it
the fact that somebody can get paid that much money, any of those amounts, to do that is crazy.
Hey, I'm not going to say no if somebody asks.
He's like, sure, I'll check your room. Beep, 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 beep. Okay, go to bed. Gaga. Bye.
It was the same guy that was testing Chris Jericho in the desert. Oh, dude, you got some spirits attached to you, man. I'm going to need some money. Pulls machete out of the ground. Oh, I feel fine. Damn it.
So this
$5,000 down the toilet.
This electromagnetism fellow was what, following Lady Gaga around for every tour date, or were there different electromagnetism testers in each city?
I wish I had that
I'm sure
job.
she shopped local. You know, it just makes sense. So there's 5, 15, 25, and 50,000.
Is the price for all of it, or like per session?
Yeah.
Oh, the whole thing.
It's in total, she spent this amount of money.
I'm gonna go with like the largest amount, I think.
50,000?
Yeah, because she has a lot of tour dates, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, that was my line of thinking as well. That's quite a lot of dates to do because she'll be going on a mammoth world tour. So yeah, I think 50 grand's a steal actually.
And ding ding ding, you both get the point. $50,000 total to make sure the ghost was not following her around.
It's just pocket change for Gaga. She's like, yeah, sure, 50
And
grand.
then honestly, I would make fun of her, but like as a musician myself, if I ever made it like that big, I might spend 50 grand making sure the ghost is always with me. So especially if it's giving out blowies, you know? So
what if he's a ghost writer and he can like help you with songs? He's like Jimi Hendrix ghost.
Or, you know, writing for Drake.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think let's just take a recap here. Can we take a moment to like count points? Chris, do you remember how many you have?
Yeah, I've including that one, that's 4 points. So if Linz had 2, that means she's on 3.
Wow. Okay, it could all turn around.
Right. That can't be right.
Yep. It could all turn around in the lightning round. All right, so before we get started with the lightning round, I learned something and I tried to formulate it into a question and I couldn't make it, you know, I couldn't make it a question. So I just want you guys to know that I learned that Oprah has an Oprah-shaped bathtub. And now
what?
Oprah has an Oprah-shaped bathtub.
Like
do you mean it's like her body, like a crime scene, like chalk drawing?
No, like it's like an onyx marble bathtub that's carved in the shape of her body. But you know, like, okay, I don't get it because, you know, water displacement is the thing. So technically every time you enter a body of water, or when Oprah does, it's going to be Oprah shaped. So I don't understand the need.
Is it like a big Oprah? So she's like inside of a big Oprah, and she's like, I don't get it. I need to see this bathtub.
I need to too.
Oh, didn't Oprah Winfrey used to be quite big?
She got quite tiny as well. She kind of went back and forth, and then, you know, she finally accepted herself, and she's like, you know what? I can't keep carving a new bathtub.
Yeah, that was my thought.
She kept the big one.
I mean, I hope for her sake it was based off her when she's at her biggest. Otherwise, that's a hell of an investment. That's going to be more than 50 grand for electromagnetism testing on tour.
Okay, now the first legitimate question in the lightning round. These are going to be true or false questions. Are you guys ready?
Yep.
Yeah.
Legendary porn star and Super Mario cosplayer Ron Jeremy has inexplicably been with a lot of women, but he claimed to have lost his virginity to an alien during a trip to Venus. True or false?
False.
True.
Ding, ding, ding. Chris gets the first point. It's false. But I had a lot of fun writing that one, and that's what's important.
How did he lose his virginity? How did he then? If it wasn't an alien?
On camera.
Yeah,
it was Jupiter.
I think it was Uranus. Oh.
Hey.
You know what's funny is like I'm starting to hear people pronounce it as Uranus to try to like save face, but now they're just saying urine. Urine is what? Jeez, guys. All right. True or false? Ashton Kutcher has webbed feet.
True.
Linz?
I mean, I've never seen his feet. Oh, it's lightning. False.
False. Chris gets another point. His feet are webbed.
You're shitting me.
Look at him.
And by the way,
he looks like an amphibian.
Well, research.
True.
By the way, while researching this, I found out in the same article that his Ashton Kutcher's real name is actually Chris. And I have to mention this because the article said, quote, Chris is definitely the name of someone with webbed feet.
Chris has really big feet, and his child has very large feet
if
too.
You would like,
they might be webbed.
If you would like to see my feet, then please subscribe to OnlyFans/Dystopian Simulation Radio.
We will sell you feet pics. We don't care what you do with them.
You are going to fucking regret saying that.
I'm not. I didn't say it would be cheap.
Okay, next question. Kendall Jenner and Khloe Kardashian both saw a UFO together. True or false?
True.
Yeah, true.
The answer is true, but it's also false. So both of you get a point anyways. It's false because they both saw something. They tweeted about it, but then the Navy immediately explained it as missile tests. But they were still like, nah, we know what we saw. So
That's what they want you to think.
that's what they want you to think. All right. And the final question. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Yes.
This final question is called How Danzig Cured His Own Sleep Paralysis on Christmas Eve.
Fuck yeah.
What?
He began to experience sleep paralysis around the age of 19. For several nights in a row, he began to see an evil, menacing figure approaching his bed. And on the night before Christmas, the figure appeared again. It again came towards the bed, and this time leaned over with its face close to poor little Glenn's face. He could feel its breath on his face. Unable to move, he forced out the words, "Fuck yourself," and urinated in his bed. Not out of fear, but to, quote, mark his territory. The paralysis broke, the demon disappeared, and he was never seen again. True or false?
Oh man. That's false for sure. Oh no. Oh.
With Danzig, anything could be true.
I'm gonna say true for two reasons. One, I want it to be, and number two, that ghost was clearly jury only.
Trademarks.
Reunite, Glenn.
I don't know. I want it to be true, but I feel like, would he pee himself? No, it's not true, but I want it to be true. No.
Would he urinate in his bed to mark his territory?
And then tell people he did. Because I just think that he got really scared and then he just made up a thing.
And then he's just like saving face.
Yeah, exactly.
I wasn't
like,
scared.
I wasn't scared. I was marking my territory. That's so stupid. Yeah, like if that is true, that's like,
You see, I'm thinking
amazing.
so there's a bunch of videos on YouTube of like Glenn Danzig in his home library, surrounded by candles, just like talking about like the Necronomicon and various other books that he's got and shit. And I haven't listened to them or watched them all, but I'm wondering if this comes up in one of those.
yeah, damn. I'm just gonna say no, but
Okay, false
it
from
could
Linz.
totally
And
be.
true.
Yeah,
Chris, what's your
false.
final
True,
answer?
true.
The answer is false. I made it up.
Oh, that's a really good story.
But if you truly believe, maybe you will get your Christmas wish, and one day he'll be visited by a shadow person and urinate in his bed and live to tell the tale. All right, shall we tally the points? What do we got?
Fuck yeah.
I don't know.
Has anybody been keeping a score?
No.
Is that we'll go back over. You know what? You're both winners in my book. You're both
Yes.
my favorite
Yeah,
Oh.
I mean,
for different
I
reasons.
would just interject and say I have been keeping score and I'm the winner.
You know what, Chris? I'm really happy that you got a taste of your own medicine with the dad jokes. Because I've never heard you silenced by a dad joke before, as if someone was encroaching on your territory. Like Michael would drop a really funny one and you'd be like, huh, yeah.
Let us not this rift divide us. Let's join forces.
I think that's what you did. I think that's what I'm feeling right now. I feel weak.
Well, you know, actually, but a bit of an off-topic thing here, but anyway, through choices not of my own volition, I ended up watching Paddington the movie today.
Okay.
And Michael, I'm going to send you a picture,
Okay.
and I'd like you to tell me who this reminds you of.
Is it me?
Yeah, it's it looks like Linz.
What? I want to see.
Nicole Kidman will be playing you in the DSR movie.
I feel like you could do a face swap on this, and I would not be able to tell that it was a face
but
swap.
I don't have bangs anymore. But that is me. If I worked
That's
at like
awesome.
if I was some kind of old-timey nurse. Oh my gosh. Okay, that is kind of strange to look at.
In this, you kind of look like you came from a UFO that saved William Shatner's life in the desert.
Yes. Maybe I'm a Nordic.
Yeah.
Chris, you're just seeing me everywhere, thinking about me when I'm not there.
Well,
Beautiful.
I mean, when someone looks identically like you, as Nicole Kidman does in this movie, then yes, of course.
Oh, I think Chris won that, but I super enjoyed it, to be honest. Like I've just won with like the memories that I have and the stories that I know. So I think that's quite a Christmassy end to how I feel about it.
I like how Chris was like, nobody's keeping score anyways, but also I counted the points and I won.
That's Chris for you.
Hey,
what did Chris win? It was just your love and affection.
Yeah, you win my love.
That's fine.
I want all the presents from Santa's bulging sack.
Be careful what you wish for. He might come in ghost form, literally, and spoon you tonight. So
perhaps it'll be a white Christmas.
Definitely will be.
So thank you very much to Michael for putting together this amazing quiz. Thank you so much for joining us. Michael, I do believe that you might also be a musician. Would you like to plug your music?
Sure, yeah. Linz was asking if I had any Christmassy songs, because I think on the last episode I had some Halloween style songs, and I don't, but I have a Star Wars song, and Star Wars is very Christmassy to me. So why don't we play that song for your audience?
That sounds amazing to me. So, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Woo!
And remember, in a galaxy far, far away, Santa is watching you.